Dice casts and candidates vying for various political offices now know their days of reckoning. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has confirmed the dates for the primary election of the All Progressive Congress, APC, and the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and 7 other political parties for the 2023 general elections. According to the calendar of the party primaries released by INEC, all 9 political parties have fixed their primaries accordingly. Meanwhile, the National Executive Committee, NEC, of the All Progressive Congress has ruled out consensus option for its presidential primary. This is the position canvassed by Babajide Otoju on the program when he said consensus is not the best option if the party must win the 2023 elections. Let's share this with you.
The truth is, the law also permits consensus. Yeah. What some of us do not want to see is a situation in which you force a candidate on the party, a candidate that is not popular, in the name of consensus, force that candidate on the party, and others now begin to grumble. Some will even shed tears, as we saw. As we saw at the Eagle Square. Some burst into tears. We don't want to see that. Let, at the end of the day, the best of the best emerge, because the best of the best that will be able to rally party faithful to support him and then eventually win the election. So
in that meeting, the neck of the party has officially, in the next 90 days, ceded the powers, all the powers, to the NWC.
All these powers.
Yes. So all the NWC members now will be able, in the next 90 days, will be able to preside over the party and
run the party.
And
that's because they can't hold another NEC until after 3 months. No NEC meeting can happen until after 3 months. So the powers of the NEC have now been yielded to the NWC. So they can take decisions.
Big decisions.
Yes, they can take decisions.
After the primaries, before the primaries.
Because this whole period, everybody is busy. You can't contemplate another NEC meeting
to bring all the governors,
within this period.
All these
because
stakeholders.
This primary will be coming in torrents, in quick succession. So that's not the time to have a NEC meeting. So the decision has been reached for NEC to yield its powers, to the NWC. So the NWC will take decisions. And one of the decisions that they took was the consensus, decision to let consensus not be used.
The stage is set. Let's I don't know, I don't want to talk about the date and time and everything, but that nomination fee. Before this time, 100 million naira nomination fee for the president. I spoke with Senator Adesanya Ogunlewe earlier on phone today, and he told me that, Ayo, this is a serious business. That to run Nigeria is a serious business. It's not for the lily-livered. This is where we separate the boys from the men. So Senator Ogunlewe is of the fact that he was saying that, look, that this is okay. But some Nigerians have been commenting and been saying, 100 billion naira.
I disagree with him. Senator Ogunlewe,
Adesanya Ogunlewe.
Yes. I disagree. That there are ways of screening people. Some parties do shadow elections before the real deal. There are ways of screening people. It's not until you say, go and bring 100 million. You see, this is a sad commentary on the nature of our politics. We have turned our politics to something that those who do not have money cannot get involved.
No, you cannot even smell.
See, there was somebody, a governor in the Northeast, a former governor, I won't mention his name. Somebody wanted to contest against him. He now told that person, he said, I spent 3 billion to win this election. You want to contest against me? Now that I'm governor, you think it would take anything from me to spend 8 billion to keep this seat? He told the guy, he said, I advise you, keep your money.
I spent 3 billion
to get here,
to get
outside of government.
Outside of government.
He said now
they have access to public money.
Now as governor, you think it will take me anything to spend 8 million?
8 billion.
8 billion.
Times
to
2.
Keep this way. He said, I advise you to just keep your money because you will not win. And that guy indeed did not get close to winning. So this is the thing. To even win election as a senator, you will be spending about $1 billion.
$1 billion as a senator.
Some spend
That's
more than
one third of the states.
Some spend more than $1 billion to become senator. Now, governor, they are talking about
the entire
billions to even win election. It should not continue. Senator Ogunlewe and others should not be telling us that this is how to separate the boys from the.
The states you are even talking about, those are other states too.
Northeast. Do you know? I don't want to mention the year so that people will not know the person. It's not a recent thing. This thing that I'm talking about is not a recent thing.
I'm talking about running for Lagos, Ogun State.
No, I'm not talking about something recent. So it's like it's now the culture that if you do not have billions, but Mr. President complained about 27.5 million. In 2015,
yes,
he complained back then that the money was too much. But now, in 2019, it went to 45 million.
Yes.
In 2023, or for 2023, we have now more than doubled it.
The PDP are selling their own for 45 million.
45 million, yes.
So
even in 2019, PDP sold their own for 12 million. So they are trying to make it look like, the APC is the money of money bags that they are trying to.
But this is not the picture that APC gave us when they were coming to power. That they didn't that.
You should have asked Senator Ogunlewe that Senator, at the time when this, he was in the he would have said no, that he was not part. If you had asked him that time, he would say, but I was not there.
Yes.
So, but I don't think that we should continue in this manner.
Yes.
If we want this thing, if we want to bring out the best does not necessarily mean the money bag. The best does not necessarily mean the one who has a cycle of very rich friends. There are people who have potential, who can run this country, who can make change happen, who do not necessarily have a deep pocket. So our politics should not be for only the deep pocket. That's my own view.
Somebody analyzed earlier, if this is just to obtain your form, 100 million naira, on election day, you have party agents across over 120,000 polling units. Now it should be going to 150 or 170,000 polling units in the country, and you have to keep your agents there. How much will you give each agent? How much are you going to use for your TV, radio advert, and all of that? It's mind-boggling.
It's unfortunate that we have allowed our politics to go this way, and it's not a good sign for democracy, because what it means is that the man or woman, let's stretch it a bit, with the deepest pockets will get there. Will most likely get there. And how do you now encourage a contest? Because it has become an all-comers affair. All kinds of people have been declaring. So you now wonder what is really going on. Is there something that we are not being told? Is there a game being played against maybe some candidates, in order to build up a kind of game against certain presidential candidates, aspirants? I think the APC portrayed itself as a party for the people, as a party to change things. Progressives are not known to be driven by extreme pecuniary considerations, but this has broken the bar. 100 million.
This is a radical. Before we leave this particular topic, this is a radical departure from what we had in 1999. We had the likes of Babadi Farasi in 1999. That I can tell you that They are not billionaires. We had the likes of Lam Adesina and BC Akondi, and these people are not billionaires. They were not billionaires before they contested that election. Lam was just a retired teacher, and it was just the party.
Not even millionaires.
They have anything. So,
there are many people who, that even if at that time they said bring 1 million, they could not bring it. At that time, say bring 1 million, they could not bring it. You see, it's mind-boggling the way the shape our politics is taking. Because at the end of the day, yes, the APC is a strong platform, and everyone will want to use such a strong platform, but there are ways by which you can eliminate people, you know, and get your best to contest without necessarily seeking to eliminate people by making the nomination form as expensive as it is. I mean, it's not it's not right at all. Expression of interest form 30 million, then the nomination form. I mean, it's just governorship. Say 30, governorship 50 million.
Half of that.
House of Assembly 2 million. Reps 10 million. Senate 20 million. For Senate, it's not money to those guys in the National Assembly. This is not money, you know. But we have to. I think the law. I thought it's possible to do something within the ambit of the electoral law.
Yes,
that would take care of this.
I don't forget that INEC even lifted. They increased the money to be spent in the new electoral
election spending. Election spending.
Yes.
Even that one is
not
you cannot monitor. You can't monitor.
Realistic.
It's wasting our time. Even in the US, it's extremely difficult to
monitor.
Yes. People will spend money on adverts and all that. So what? To make this thing 100 million, it's not right. If we say we want to encourage young people, okay. If someone who is below 40 wants to contest now, they have said that they will be allowed to pay 50% of the fee. How many people?
If I want to contest the president,
where are you going to find 50 million? 50 million. All the years that you have worked,
support groups,
and you grew gray beard in the process.
My committee of friends across. And it's not allowed to get foreign donors as in funding from abroad.
Boys, they are not going to know how you got your money. When you were talking about people that you need to mobilize.
Yes.
That's not where they spend money these days.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Where we spend money these days is actually the see and buy culture. It's part of the problem with our election culture, that people now put leaves on their heads telling politicians that they are for sale, and on election day they will be telling you Dibo fun Wako Sebe.
Yes,
that is where they spend the highest
amount.
The biggest quantum of their money. It's not on those agents. When you are giving people 10,000 to vote, 10,000 per voter, you are giving them. How much are you going to spend? Someone was telling me that, look, that money, that in fact, that they began in Kwara State, they started going into people's homes as early as 7 p.m. the day before the election, giving them money in advance. So that on election day, they won't be seen to be putting money in people's hands. But a lot of this
passing through, crossing the Dengon.
Yes.
You
jump over the Dengon, so that you swear with your life that after collecting that money, you will vote for the party.
Kill you if you don't.
You're head of the politician that took a nomination form to a shrine.
Also, the thing is, now if the people will take that money the night before, and on election day, someone else will still offer the same person, maybe from a rival party, and they will take.
Of course,
but
they don't care.
The thing is, these days, when they give you money, with the police watching, thugs will be stretching their necks over that election cubicle. They want to see who you voted for.
No. Another part of it is this APC not going their normal consensus way. This like a radical departure from what we had in that convention. Now it is a game of delegates. Over 7,000 delegates will decide the fate of the presidential candidates who's going to emerge as the candidates.
No delegates would want to be in the hospital or away from the action. That even between now and that day, no delegates. In fact, they will push everything aside because 100 million, these things have multiplier effects. But I think INEC needs to come out and then something is because there will also, even though there will be consensus, there will be horse trading. Some things will come up that will be used to.
There's no how you can monitor that.
That will be used to push some candidates out, to muzzle them out. Somehow, this is Nigeria, where all kinds of things. They will go and look for your grandfather's history. They will go and check all kinds of things, and bring them out. And that will be used to muzzle out some candidates.
Jide, quickly before we go on this segment, let's just talk about this model now. I think indirect primaries.
Yeah. I always think that the direct primary is the best.
The best, yes.
But in this situation, it could be very difficult to manage. Across the 36 states of the federation, it could be very difficult to manage. And I think now that the APC took the right decision because some governors are interested parties in this whole matter. If you said they should use direct, what will happen in their states? So now everybody could be inside that Eagle Square.
And you determine the fate. We might spend 48 hours there,
yes,
but somebody will emerge. So nobody should be cajoled to say, please, for the interest of the party,
let's
step
use
down.
Consensus is not democracy.
Step down, so that nobody will cry.
But horse trading. Consensus out, horse trading.
Which one is
horse trading? Is behind now. It's behind the scene. It's behind the scene. That's normal. They must horse trade.
If you know you can't win, you can step down.